What's good with y'all niggas, man? Hope everybody doing well. Hope everybody seeing this at the perfect time, which I know you are. And yeah, I'm gonna just get into it, man. So tomorrow is the start of Ramadan, technically. Something weird and confusing with like Saudi Arabia seeing the moon, and then they see the moon, and then they rely to us like, okay, we saw the moon this day, but I'm pretty sure it just goes off when you see the moon. So technically, we would see the moon a day after Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken. It should be daytime there now while it's nighttime. So if they see the moon on the night of tonight, which is their Wednesday already, then they would start fasting. I don't know. That's confusing. So I'm trying to decide if I need to start tomorrow or today, or tomorrow or Thursday with the rest of my family. Because the rest of my family is telling me to start Thursday, but something about it is kind of giving me like, you know, I was just talking about to my friend how everything is symbolic. Like we was in the gym and we would do certain workouts, and we do workouts in sets. So we might have had three sets of 10, but the second set really kicked niggas ass, and I ain't gonna lie. So nigga was like, all right, we're just gonna leave this set and go to another thing and then come back to it. And I don't like doing shit like that, because I be thinking like, damn, gang, like you gotta finish what you start. I feel like it's how you do one thing is how you do everything, and I'm trying to understand that, and you really work on that. So I feel like, that's kind of backwards for me to do stuff like that. I don't like, starting a set in the gym and then not finishing it. I feel like until I move on, I gotta finish it, and I feel like because it's more mental than anything. And I don't know, man. I think it's pretty deep, bro. I think everything you do is pretty deep. But yeah, man. That was that right there. And then, I just feel like I'm really excited for Ramadan. I'm really excited to, step into who I'm becoming. I think this 30 days will help me out a lot. I think that, I'm becoming, a better version of myself, always just getting better at the end of the day. That's what it's about, one day at a time. And that's how I'm gonna take it. And that's why I feel like these 30 days are important for me. These 30 days, I'm gonna use them to my advantage, I feel like I got an excuse, I guess, to lock in, which, I know I should be able to just lock in and, have it on lock. But the reality of it all is that I'm young, I'm still 19, still learning everything. I got a lot of life to live. So, I'm gonna take it day by day, step by step, and I'm just get better at what I can. Even now, I know that, I'm not allowed to lust and, whatnot during Ramadan, and I feel like Ramadan will be a really good distraction from all the nonsense. My plan is to stay all the way off social media. I'm dropping a shirt from my clothing brand, but I won't get those in until the end of Ramadan. So that'll be my time to really market and whatnot. And I feel like even like shit like TikTok, like Instagram, I need to get off of those things, because in reality, like, I want to really challenge myself. I want to eat healthy. I want to really challenge myself. And I feel like this is a big year, because going into my senior year summer, the Ramadan of my senior year, I'll say, I had my awakening. I feel like I was sitting there realizing, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm just sitting here starving myself. Why? Like, why am I doing this shit? Why am I sitting here not eating all day? And I had to realize, it's bigger than that. You're not supposed to curse. You're not supposed to lust. All those things. You're not supposed to listen to music. Or I think I'm gonna try this year not to listen to like vulgar music. I feel like a good, subtle, good message music, just stuff that keeps you motivated. I feel like that type of stuff, in my opinion, helps me, even if I'm just toning down how much I'm listening to music, trying to stay more present, trying to stay more in the moment. I felt like, even starting to like, do this more, record and talk to myself, and, upload it and have it somewhere to, come back and watch it, just keep doing other little stuff to keep my brain busy. Like I said, I'm 19, man. Like, I got a lot of life ahead of me. I got a lot of things to figure out. I got a lot of things that I'm still going through, and I'm still, battling with, and I'm still, cleansing myself up. So I feel like it's a good thing that I got such a, good head on my shoulders right now, man. And I gotta pat myself on the back for that, bro, because I could be lost out here, man. I'm so glad I'm not, though, I'm so glad I got, my understanding. It's really important, bro, for real. It's cold, man. But yeah, man, I want to be the best version of myself. I want to continue to get better every day, feel like that's my goal for Ramadan. I'm not gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna do my damn sure do my best to, make sure I'm looking out for me and what I gotta do and what I gotta handle. So, yeah, bro. Also, today is February 17th. The last time that I wrote in my journal was February 10th, so I took a week off, and I started on January 16th. No, yep, started on January 16th. And after January 16th, I didn't miss a single day up until February 10th. And, you know, my life has been kind of like, I've been trying to, let go of a lot of shit, bro, I ain't been necessarily, doing my practices, how I've been did, like, bring me closer to source. I've just been, I think these last few days, just kind of letting this grasp for myself go that I think I have a grasp over myself. I think that I have a grasp over, the things I do, controlling my lust, just little shit, even though, like, I still fall, I get right back up, bro. And I think that's the important thing. Also know that, I got a lot of goals for myself, specifically school-wise, got a lot of things that I want to accomplish. I got a lot of things that I'm going to accomplish. So, it's nothing really to be said there, bro. I know what I got to do. It's about if I'm going to do it or not. It gets scary sometimes, bro. I got to lose that fear, bro. That fear is the only thing in between me and fucking greatness, my nigga. But I still honor the place that I'm at now. I still honor where I'm at. I still respect, this version of me now. I'm having fun while in between. I'm having fun not knowing low key. Like, it's like, damn, I don't know where this shit might take me. But it's fun, It's fun, but don't get caught up in the thrill of life either. Don't get caught up in, chasing that high, I'll say, Don't go out chasing no high either. With me, I'm trying to overly stop weed, I feel like that won't be a big problem for me for Ramadan, though. I mean, I know the first few days are gonna be tough, but it's like, I got a bigger purpose at hand. Like I said, I feel like I got an excuse now, but also, like, it's just good reason, lock in and do the things that I know I need to do. That's it. That's it, man. I don't know, man. I'm just so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself, bro. I got so many things that, I want to accomplish, so many things I want to do in my life. So many things that, I want to see myself obtain, And, like nowadays, I'm getting to that age, bro. I'm looking at baby pictures of myself, like when I was just young, just little pivotal points that I could remember, like being 4 or 5 years old. Like my memory kind of goes back that far. When I see pictures, I start to remember days that have flashbacks. It's like, damn, bro, like I could cry right now, nigga. I came so far, And I'm not sure, what's to come, I'm going at it with my current career now. I'm gonna keep going until a door closed, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do the hard thing, bro. It's gonna be a reward to myself. I'm gonna feel so good after, bro. But also, I'm also realizing that I cannot look outside of myself to find that security or that serenity, I'll say, that serenity. I can't look outside of myself for that, I have to find that within myself. And that's why I feel like this month of Ramadan is really important. 30 days of 30 days of pouring into myself, man. I haven't streaked that long for a bunch of the things that I want to accomplish. I haven't streaked that long not smoking. I ain't streaked that long not gooning. I ain't streaked that long not, just staying on my word, I feel like 30 days, nigga. Give it that, 30 days. Day by day, though, one day at a time. I want to be hitting the gym all month, I've been doing good hitting the gym. I feel like that's something that's like kind of crazy that I like to do now, I ain't never really liked lifting weights until I find purpose or I found meaning in it, Same thing with Ramadan, I didn't really understand it. But now I'm looking forward to it. I used to dread Ramadan. Just being a youngin', bro, growing up fasting and shit, bro. I used to dread Ramadan. It's just making sense, though, man. It's just making sense. I want to be the best version of me. And I say that now, but this same version that's speaking this needs to become the same nigga who's getting tempted. The same nigga when it's time to handle business, I do other shit. I got a man time that same nigga didn't want to just slack at me. That's the flesh. The flesh want to, indulge in the things that we shouldn't, indulge in things that we know make us or take us away from our purpose or what we think our purpose is or our source even. Take us away from God, you know. I feel like too, like, don't even overcomplicate what God is to you, Naeem. Don't overcomplicate that. I feel like, I find peace in knowing that nobody here really knows. So I'll ground myself in what I came around. Because that's source. And what I came around and when I say what I came around is like, I mean like the nature, the water, the inevitable. I would say, the things that we're here, part of our human nature. That's also another thing. Being human is probably the most close you can get to source. And by being human, I mean it's by being yourself, allowing yourself to make mistakes, but also not falling to them, not submitting to them, never giving up, going through, trials and tribulations, whatever you want to call it, nigga, strife, nigga, whatever you want to call it. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like, at the end of the day, bro, it'll never be about what you don't do, It'll never be about what you didn't do. You'll always think about what you could have did, though. Always think about what you could have did. It's never gonna be about what you didn't do. I can sit up all day and think about, the things I want to accomplish, things I want to get done. But, that knowledge without application is just me thinking. And I know this. I'm well aware of this. I understand that. I understand that the basic fundamentals of what we live in, I'll say, I feel like I didn't begin to start. I feel like this is kind of cliche to say, too, because it could be like, you're just losing your mind. Like, I've low-key passed that up. I'm starting to understand that everybody has their own personal connection with, their existence, I forgot who said it, but damn, I was in class today. They was talking about, I forgot what his name was, but he basically talked about how, like, as humans, he believed that it was a theory that, like, we all have roles and we all play roles, which I agree with. I think we do all play roles. I think we all are. I don't think you meet anybody by coincidence. I don't think you see anything by coincidence. I don't think that, anything that you see or that you interact with, that your energy is shared with, is by accident. I feel like at the end of the day, it comes down to a all-knowing and a creator of all of this, because it didn't just spawn, which is crazy to think about. To sit and think for a minute and think that, like, the world didn't just spawn here, and it was just ecosystem and, planets and water and just how perfect everything in the way we live is. People say that perfect does not exist. Perfect is just us being human. Perfect is just us existing. Perfect is just, nigga, us being, bro. Nigga, life is perfect as it is. I feel like, man, everything else is just labels, morals, or, feel me, whatever you want to call it. But it's neither. That's not the point, man. The point is that I believe in my experience, my perspective, that once I myself grounded myself in who I wanted to be and where I wanted to go with my life, and when I say grounded, I mean, like, I actually started taking myself seriously with it. I'm still, now granted, like I said, I'm 19. I'm still working on taking myself seriously now, nigga. Like I said, the same nigga that's telling you this right now is the same nigga who get tempted by some ass, by some, you feel me? And, fuck off. So, but I'm working on it. That's the whole point, bro. I'm working on it, We are not perfect, but we are perfect in who we are, if that makes sense. If you get it, you get it, bro. We are perfect in exactly who we are, literally. Perfect is our experience here, bro. The way that, I don't know if y'all have ever thought about how, like, we live on the perfect, ecosystem. We live in the perfect, just the right amount of sun where we're not on fire. It's water, it's animals here. things just are like, you don't need to add anything to the world to make the world continue to go, if that makes sense. Like, it's just like, it's like a set in stone way that things work. And I believe that when I talk about source, I talk about, sometimes you probably can't even put into words something that created that. Like, it's such a fragile, like, cause it's like, bro, you really don't, like, nobody has any idea but the all knowing. And I feel like that's what my representation of God is, or, you know, higher power. I feel like that, but I also feel like that is that is not outside of me, that is within me, because I am part of this creation. So it's like, I'm not a side of this amazing creation that's going on. Like, I'm a part of this. So I feel like everything that this is a part of and everything that this was created by is a part of me as well. Cause it's like being family. I never thought about it like that. Let me re-say that. It is like being family though. It's like having a relative, but like a mom or dad. But with the importance of a mom or dad, but even more than that, because it's like, gang, it's something that you really can't even put into words, bro. But that's neither here nor there, bro. I'm gonna have a great Ramadan, bro. And, you know, I'm gonna stick to my word. I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna do this shit for me. I had to get my motives right. I had to change my motives. I had to understand that, you know, I was having a little subconscious motives that, you know, I low-key knew, and I low-key knew I had to get over. Like, for example, like, even wanting to go on like a semen retention, or like a period or a streak where I just don't goon, right? And I don't smoke. Like, yeah, I do that so I can, you know, be 100% myself. And on top of that, I do it because, like, another subconscious motive was like, all right, well, then girls will just be, you know, overly attracted to me because I'm just like, shit. And this low-key bullshit, bro. It's like, if you have that motive in your mind, and the worst thing about it is, like, it's subconscious. It's not like you're choosing to, you know, bro. That's why I just, it's shit too confusing, bro. I'm gonna just stick to I just stick to the shit I know, bro. And the shit I know is me, and I know my interaction with the world, bro. I don't need all the politics and, like, all that shit. Is kind of shit wasted, bro. Wasted movement, wasted speech, wasted breath. It's about you and your personal connection to your source, bro. That's what makes the most sense for me. But that's it, man. I love you, Nee. I'm gonna keep checking in on you, bro. I'm gonna keep being here for you. I'm cooling right now. Had a good day, bro. Had a really good day. 700 popped into the like. You about to get some meta glasses. You about to start, you know, filming your pilot and shit. That'll be some amazing stuff to put on your LinkedIn, bro. Amazing. Yeah, love you though, Nee. Safety, man. Safety, love and peace. Love and peace, y'all, too, if you tapped into this, man. For real. For real, bro. Love y'all niggas.